everyone. Welcome to another edition of Iron Education. I'm your host, Doug Beals, and today I'm here with Shannon and Sahith, and we're going to talk about the Technology Student Association Club. So welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm a sophomore at Nashua High School South, and this is my second year in the TSA club. And I'm a general member. I'm not an officer for our chapter.
My name is Sahith Kaki. I'm a sophomore at Nashua High School South, and I'm currently a chapter and state officer, participating as the sergeant at arms in both.
Fantastic. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the association?
So the Technology Student Association tries to help teach students about careers in the STEM path. So it helps open students to the world of technology, science, engineering, and mathematics through various competitions.
And how did you get involved with that?
When I was in middle school, there was a flyer up on the wall saying if you want to go into a STEM career, there was a meeting after school. And at that time, I wanted to become a doctor. So I went and I looked at it, and it intrigued me, so I joined.
You still want to be a doctor?
I do not know if I want to be a doctor anymore, but I would like to be something in the medical field one day. What about you?
That's great.
Yeah, I got involved in TSA. I didn't do it in middle school. I got involved in high school. Because when I came to South, I met a lot of people from ASD, and they were all doing TSA, so I thought I would try it too. And then I ended up liking it, so I stuck around.
It sounds fantastic. What do you like about it, Shannon?
It gives me an opportunity to practice a lot of skills that don't really get used in regular classes. And a lot of it is teamwork and leadership. Those are good things to develop.
What do you want to do after high school?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but I like math, so I'd like to go into something math related.
So this is kind of really good. Use a lot of math skills in this club?
Yeah. One of the events I did this year was coding, and the way the event works is they give you 5 problems, if I remember correctly, and you have a limited amount of time to solve them, and it was pretty math intensive, so that was good.
Excellent. Sahith, where was the competition this year?
This year, the competition was in Lincoln, New Hampshire, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. Do you know?
More northern New Hampshire then,
yes,
right?
it was up in northern New Hampshire. It was around 2 hours from South.
Wow, great. And how long was it?
It goes for 2 days. So on the first day, you have 3 competition blocks. So, all right. So essentially, the competition is set up in 4 blocks. So they split up the amount of competitions. So a fourth of the competitions will be block 1, 2, 3, and 4, so on. And 3 of them are on the first day, and 1 of them is on the second day. And then the second half of the second day is the award ceremony. So it's split up into 2 days.
So you have to stay overnight as well. Great. So it was a really good team building just that weekend alone, or those 2 days alone. You know, so you could spend a lot of time with your club members and the other teams as well. Did you make new friends?
Yeah, I met a lot of people.
Yeah, they have a social every year where everyone goes and you basically just like have a good time, and you meet a lot of people there.
Wow.
Where they have like fundraising events. This year they helped raise for the American Cancer Society. So they had a pie in the face with all the state officers, where there was a raffle where you could put pay money for a raffle, and then all the money they donated to the American Cancer Society. I think it was $500, but I'm not sure.
That's pretty awesome. That's a great cause. Now, speaking of fundraising, I understand that Shannon you're going to nationals. Are you doing fundraising for this? And tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're working on fundraising right now. What we have set up is a couple fundraisers in May, and then we're doing one tomorrow, actually, that mimics the one we did at States. It's a pie in the face, and people can pay to buy raffle tickets or to directly pie someone in the face. And our chapter officers volunteered to be pied.
Yeah, they did. So for our folks at home watching this, where can they donate if they'd like to donate to your association and maybe toward the trip to nationals? That would be wonderful. Tell us how they can do that.
if someone would like to donate, I'm sure they could write a check out to Nashua High School South or the Nashua High School South Technology Student Association chapter. If you have any questions, you could email Mrs. Spargo, spargol@nashua.edu, or spargol@nsd42.net.
So she is your advisor. Is there other advisors too, or is she the only one, or how does that work?
We have one main advisor, which is Mrs. Spargo, and we have other advisors that help us out at the competition. This year we had Mr. Claffey, young Claffey, Mr. Eli Claffey, I think his first name is, and Mrs. McQueston, one of our administrators, came along with us to the competition, and she helped out.
Great. Tell me, Sahith, what you really enjoy about this association.
It helps me practice my life skills that I learn while doing my events. Like one of my events was future technology teacher. So when we go to states, we do an interview with a real teacher or a hirer, and they ask us what we want to do in our career, why, and we have to make a lesson plan for a subject. And my subject was Java, so I made a lesson plan on that, and it helps me practice my real life skills, I guess.
What's Java?
Java is a coding language used in the programming sector, I would say.
Did you
Technology
program
sector.
anything interesting, or?
I did not program anything. My lesson was to teach students about what Java was.
Excellent, excellent. Shannon, what did you compete on?
This year at States, I competed in coding, CAD, or computer-aided drafting, essays on technology and technology problem solving. And in coding, we actually use Java. So it's a very well-known programming language because it's cross-platform compatible.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to thank you both for coming by today and chatting with me about this club. It sounds fantastic, and I wish you well at Nationals, and look forward to seeing you and your awards that come your way. It's great. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to the second half of eYe on Education. With me this half, we have Ashok and we have Kunal, and they are part of the Nashua South Programmers Club. Programming or programmer?
Programming.
Programming Club. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Hi, my name is Ashok. I am a sophomore at Nashua High School South. I play hockey and tennis, and I am part of the math team and the programming club.
Fantastic.
My name's Kunal, and I'm the president of the programming club at Nashua South. So I also am part of the math team. So obviously I enjoy programming, and I also play violin, and I like to ski.
Fantastic. What does the president do of this club?
So as the president, my job is sort of just manage the club, get people interested in the club, and also I aid Mrs. Spargo in finding competitions, helping people get to these competitions, and also organizing our primary competition we compete in, which is the American Computer Science League.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about the American Computer Science League. It's like a superhero club, I think. But tell me a little bit about it. Both of you can.
So the club takes place as there's first the competition in the schools, and then if you qualify throughout the 4 tests, which is out of 40, if you get above a 35 or so, you get to qualify for the nationals, which could be held at any high school. It rotates every year. Last year it was held at Nashua South. And so within this club, our team has made it to nationals all 3 years the programming club has existed, which I think is a great accomplishment. And it also shows the school that there is a good source of programming knowledge that the kids in the school have and that we can still learn.
Yeah. So American Computer Science League, it's a programming competition to promote the art of coding and computer science through students throughout the world. So we have qualified for the preliminary round this year and the 2 years before this. And this year, the international competition is taking place in California. And so right now we're working to fundraise for that, which will take place over Memorial Day weekend.
Now, is there like a regional competition first?
Yeah, first there's the regional competition part, which is on site at the school. We're given the competition online, and that consists of a written round, which is written round and programming problems, where we're given a situation and we have to make a program which will solve the problem at hand. And if you score high enough on this round with a team of people, then you are given qualification for the international competition.
Oh, that's wonderful. Tell me a little bit about the fundraising for Memorial. This is for Memorial Day weekend, correct? So tell me a little bit about that.
So a little bit of the fundraising that we've done is we've sent emails out to small businesses in Nashua that are focusing in app development and programming. We're asking, hey, help us out. We're trying to get to nationals. It costs $3,000 to go, and we need some help. And we haven't heard back from any actually yet.
$3,000, is that per student?
It's the $3,000 is the total cost, and so far there's 3 of us students going, including me and Ashok, and also we need to fund Mrs. Spargo to also attend with us.
So Ms. Spargo is your advisor as well.
Yeah, she is also the advisor for our club since she is the computer science teacher at our school.
Great. So you're going to rely on the companies to help you with this fundraising.
Yes, we're also trying to get some fundraising going in Nashua South itself. We are going to try to do a raffle, and we're going to raffle off stuff that we have to buy still. But we're going to do a raffle. It's going to take place around mid-May. And then we're also going to try to go down to small businesses on Main Street, and we're going to try to sell flyers and tell them, we're going to get shirts made, see if they can help us out.
Well, I hope you reach your fundraising goals. This sounds like a really fantastic opportunity. How did you get involved in programming? In middle school, did you start, or how did that all work out?
So actually I first got involved in programming because both my parents are involved in the tech industry, computer science. So I was also really interested in it naturally. And when my brother first started programming, he showed me all the like cool things you could do with it, the apps you could make, and I'm like, hey, I want to do that too. So along with my brother, who was at Nashua South, the programming club was started, and we wanted to get other people involved in this so we could make apps together, participate in all these competitions, and so that's how the club was formed.
It sounds like Nashua South has really a great technology program and programming. That sounds fantastic. Tell me how you got involved.
Well, I got into programming much later than Kunal did. I only got involved like mid 9th grade year, and I took Java with Ms. Spargo first semester of my sophomore year, which was a big help. I started with Python, and I learned Java with Ms. Spargo, two similar but different programming languages. And I think the good thing about this programming club is since Nashua South has only one computer science teacher, not every kid that wants to learn computer science can get into the Java class or the AP computer science class. But as a programming club, we meet every Friday or most Fridays after school, and whoever wants to come can attend, and Ms. Bargo covers some topics that would help us out in our next competition.
Wow. So you meet every Friday?
Well, not necessarily every Friday, but lots of times we have meets, especially before the competitions. We want to try and meet and discuss like the categories, make sure everyone's ready, and this way we sort of promote, give people a chance to learn computer science outside of classes or on their own as a group where they can meet friends and program.
Do you want to both continue this into college and for your career as well?
I'm definitely looking into going into computer science. I'm definitely going to be going into the engineering field, and I think computer science is a great skill to know, but I haven't decided anything yet.
You're still pretty young to make that decision.
Yeah. Well, personally, I think that everyone should know a little bit of computer science. It helps in like almost every field. There's a way to apply computer science to make your life easier, and I'm definitely interested in doing at least some kind of minor in computer science when I go into college.
You might be designing robots that are going to be taking over and doing all kinds of great things for us, right? Hopefully. Well, great. Anything else? What is fun about this for you?
It's just fun to see something that you create like come to life, sort of. It's something that you can control. You can make it yourself, and when you run that program, it sort of starts doing the stuff that you told it to, and it can make like apps, games, anything, and it's kind of just like making your own like pet, I guess, or like robot.
That's fun.
I enjoy learning new stuff, and I enjoy doing stuff that if you don't have this tool, it's otherwise hard to do. So to me, any language of program or any programming tool is just like a big tool to help me get a task done faster. Like sometimes even for a math homework, I can program something to help me find the solution faster than doing it all out in hand.
Well, I wish you luck on your fundraising and your competition. It was wonderful to have you today joining me. And I'd like to thank you all for joining us and hope you enjoyed this program today. Thank you again. I'm Doug Beals, and I'll see you next time on Eye on Education.